All right, Shalom. First and foremost, so many of all praises, all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Rachach, Wadash. Double honor to the apostles, elders, bishops, great millstone, Shalom to you brothers, pushing truth and sincerity across the four winds of the earth. And just real quick, adding on, kind of to the, the diet, and, health cautious kind of, the last two videos that I made to add on to it. I just wanted to, because I said I was going to make another video. This is going to be real quick too, about some of the stuff that, you can get, to replace certain things. And one of the things right here, just pull it up real quick, is rice cakes. Right now, and I'm not saying I'm the most healthiest eating person, wherever the case may be. But however, if you watch your calorie intake, because that's what makes you gain weight and stuff like that. If you watch your calorie intake and how much calories you're consuming, and you start to, you have certain things that you enjoy eating, but you replace them with better options, then you're going to start to see them pounds, the weight and all that stuff come off, obviously including with exercise and things like that, right? And that's something, all right, that I'm doing more and more. And one of the things, which I haven't ate one in a while, but this is something too. If you have a sweet tooth, instead of you getting like chocolates or whatever the case may be, there's better options for chocolate. There's chocolate bars that just have really just pure chocolate in it. And right, because the problem is, these places, like the big name brand comes like Hershey's or just any big name brand for anything. The problem is they're putting all the chemicals, they're mass producing, and also we're in captivity. They're just the wicked, because all the people that own this stuff is Edomites. So what's going on is that they're mass producing this stuff. And what's going on is that, what was I going to say? Is that they're putting chemicals and additives and all this stuff in it. And that's why I'm, doing a small experiment about the thing in the McDonald's. With their cheeseburger, how it's not rotten, molding, nothing's happening to it. It's because they're putting all this stuff in it, right? Because if you was just to make a burger, let's say if you wanted a burger, if you just get ground beef, whatever type of percentage, 80-20, or whatever different percentages there are. If you were just to make a burger at home, you get a keto bun, right? Keto buns, or whatever the case may be, and make it at home, it would be a lot less calories and a lot more protein, right, in that stuff, right? And it's crazy how you can make the same exact thing that a restaurant is doing, but it can be probably half, probably a quarter of the calories. You see, it's all about how much they're making it and what they're putting in it. You see, and this is one of the things. Now, this whole, it says it's a pack of 2, but let's just go off this. This whole thing, right? This whole bag is only 110 calories. This whole entire bag. It's no high fructose corn syrup, low cholesterol, no colorants from artificial colors, no artificial preservatives or flavors, gluten-free, 10 grams whole grains per serving. Right, and the per serving is about 16 pieces, serving sizes. So about 6, and there's little small bite-sized pieces. You can get the bigger ones too, or the bigger ones. But I tend to get these, and it's only 110 calories. Right, it's only 9 sugars, 9 grams of sugars. Right, and it's going to be less than that because you got to do the serving size. That's even any more or less. But even with these things, you're not going to eat a whole bunch of them. You're just going to grab a couple. That's what I do. When I eat these, it's probably like 4 or 5, 6 at a time. And that satisfies my sweet tooth pack. Roll it back up and put it away. All that 6, 7, 8 of them, all way less than 40 calories. And then also, changing up, the sugar. The sugar is a lot of where most of the calories and it's going to come from. And sugar in your blood and your brain is all bad for you. Too much of it, right? So even when if you a soda drinker or pop, I call it pop, pop drinker, soda drinker, right? You can get, let me look them up. I think they're called Olipop. Now, I don't get these. I just get the diet version of some things, but I do get Olipop here and there. These things right here, Olipop, which you really shouldn't be drinking too much of this anyway. But if you go to the ingredients, the nutrition facts, 2 sugars, 35 calories per can. You see? And this has a very strong taste without all the sugars. Look at that. And then you also can, if you just can't put away the pop, I know to the Pascal Bar was talking about, you shouldn't be drinking it anyway. But if you do drink it, right, you can get the zero sugar version. Which the zero sugar versions of the drinks, 9 times out of 10 are 0 calories. You see, even these things, you just get better options of the stuff that you already do, right? And then include that with exercise, including with cooking at home, making your own stuff, and then all that stuff goes hand in hand, man, right? And then I wanted to get this because my woman, she gets this a lot, and I've been getting it for her, and I've been drinking this stuff, and this stuff is extremely bitter. You got to have the bitters in the diet, and this, I'll tell you right now, this shit is disgusting. It is disgusting. Probably one of the nastiest things I've ever tasted in my life, but it's extremely good for you. Extremely good for you. It's called Swedish bitters, right? And I'm going to read it. Is a traditional herbal tonic containing a blend of bitter herbs. It is believed to offer several health benefits, including digestive support. It stimulates bile production and digestive enzymes, improves digestion and reduce bloating, and helps regulate bowel movements and relieve constipation. It says liver and blood sugar regulation. It says support liver function and detoxification, may help regulate blood sugar levels by stimulating insulin production. And also, another good thing to drink, but you have to get the organic one because I don't eat weird. Well, I don't know why, but I know why. We're in Babylon the Great under Esau. Coconut water. Coconut water is something that I drink often as well. But you got to get the organic coconut water. Just get the coconut water. When you look at the ingredients, the only thing in it is literally just says coconut water. Because Esau, being in this place, they start throwing everything in it. And I know the brand that I get is called Vita Coco. I'm gonna pull it up after this too, Lord willing, if I remember, right? And then go down more to it. Immune system enhancements. It says contain herbs with microbial and antioxidant properties. Microbial, I might be saying that wrong, but it's microbial or microbial, antimicrobial. I'm pretty sure it's bio, but it says and antioxidant properties. It says may boost the immune system and fight off infections. Anti-inflammatory properties may reduce inflammation throughout the body. Can be used typically for skin conditions and insect bites. Other benefits may improve appetite and nutrient absorption. And I know she eats this, she drinks it a lot before eating, right? It says it may support healthy aging. It's important to note that scientific evidence supporting these health benefits is limited. However, Swedish bitters has been used traditionally for centuries. Anecdotal evidence suggests it may be beneficial for some people. Right. And then, of course, Esau's going to throw in that, he's going to throw in that doubt. Esau's going to throw in that doubt. Esau, especially when it comes to the actual good stuff for you. All right. This is what it looks like. I go to images. This is what it looks like. You can order off Amazon. I know if you have a vitamin store. This is the one that we get right here. It's the nature's work. And then what's in Swedish Finnish, it's just images right here. Hey, that I'm not. When I tell you it's one of the nastiest things I've ever tasted, it's one of the nastiest things I've ever tasted. Now let's go to Swedish bitters. Now we go watch no testimonies. Go to ingredients, right? So this is what's in it. Obviously, all of them is going to be different, but all this stuff is natural stuff. Let me just go to here. Not reading that. Swedish bitters, also called Swedish tincture, is a bitter and traditional herbal tonic, the uses of which dates back to the 15th century. ingredients. And I'm not going to go into all these. You can do that on your own. It says the following herbs are added. It's lucky I'm outside. So, bugs are attracted to light. Let's just turn on my iPad so they can go to my iPad and not go to my phone. Let me just turn down the brightness a little bit. Let's make sure they go over there. All right. It says the following herbs are added to alcohol to make Swedish bitters. It says aloe as the active ingredient, water extract of the following herbs: angelica root, camphor, carline thistle root, manna, myrrh, rhubarb root, saffron, senna, theriac, Venetian, a mixture of many herbs and other substances, and zedary root. It says there are variations on this recipe, and herbal shops supply alcoholic and non-alcoholic versions of the drink. And if you get the alcoholic version, it's not like you're going to get drunk drinking it. I don't think. Come on, it's not medical advice. I don't know or not, but you obviously, you're going to drink. Like I said, it's extreme. It's called Swedish bitters, and it's extremely bitter. But I think the alcohol, if you do get an alcoholic version, it's super low content, I believe. So, and it's just like a base. So it's not going to do nothing. It's herbs, right? And then, so this is the one, like I said, this is the one. I'll go back to the image. This is the one that we get. It's this one. Let's see if I can see what the ingredients on this one is. It's not letting me click it. Oh, there it goes. Hold on. It's loading. All right. It should shop our natural products. I don't know where. Swedish bitters. Let's see here. And depending on the size you get, it is a little expensive. I will say that. Okay, so let's zoom. Okay, let's turn up the brightness a little bit now then. Okay, so this is the recommendations. Take 1 to 2 teaspoons daily, not for use of children under 18. Do not exceed the recommended dosage, not for long-term use. Shake well before using. Keep out of reach of children. That's just the regular warnings. Okay. This is supplement facts right here. All the stuff that we just read. You can go look up each individual root or leaf or whatever. See what they do and how they benefit the body. And then it's just very glitchy right now, this website. So they don't have the ingredient list. Oh, slacking. This is the ingredient list. This is the one that we use, right? And this is what's in it right here. So you can see that. Right, and this is, like I said, I just read the benefits, extremely helpful. And I don't know what else they got in here. It's my first time hearing that, but that's what that is, right? So Swedish bitters, and then I was just showing just a quick food that I eat with that, and then, like I said, low calorie, or get the zero sugar, and then coconut water. Coconut water. I'm going to show. I said I was going to show it's Vita. Cocoa, coconut water. I need to look up ingredient for action. Not this one. It's the one that's gonna come in the brown looking one. Brown packaging. These right here. You got to get these. So these are the ones that I get. There's obviously different ones, but I know if you start dabbling with the peach and mango and the different flavors, I know it's gonna be a whole bunch of stuff in here right here. But these are the ones right here that I get. These right here. And you can look up the benefits of coconut water. This is very good for you too. And then the only ingredient in this one is legit coconut water. I can't find a still image to show. Oh, here we go. Not really good. Let's see here. I'm not gonna probably be able to find one, but this is the one that I get. There's also different types of brands that you get, but this is the one that I like. See, and coconut water, like I said, you can look up the benefits of drinking coconut water. But slowly, start to implement certain things and changes in your diet. And like I said, I'm speaking to myself first because that's what I've been doing, right? And the slow changes that you make, because you ain't going to be able to just stop doing something. You could, depending on how the spirit's on you. But, more than likely it's going to take, just slow changes, right? And even when you start cooking at home more, you still have to watch, the things that you make, and watch what you're cooking it with. So, try to get, which I'm gonna get some eventually. Beef tallow. I know the other possible bar was talking about beef tallow, the ghee, and then the grass-fed butter, and then start making bake some chicken, because it's a lot healthier. Bake some chicken, and then if you end up frying something on the pan like sweet potatoes or whatever the case may be, you cook it in that grass-fed butter or that the beef tallow or whatever the case may be. You got to start changing everything, right? And then make sure you always get some type of vegetable or fruit with it, and so on and so forth. And that's what I've been doing a lot. I've been eating watermelon. Has been my main go-to. I've been eating tons of watermelon, so change, man. Right. And then as you really start to get older, you realize this is the stuff that we're supposed to be eating, right? Because as a kid, you really don't want fruit. You want on that candy, you want on that sugar, right? But then when you get older, you be like, I don't want that. The real candy is, is fruits, right? It's fruits, right? And then a tip, if you're going to get watermelon, I'm gonna show you how to get, the sweet ones. What you look for in watermelon is like the oval shaped ones, like the ovaler shaped ones. And you look for like the little scratches, if they have the scratches, but you're specifically looking for, it's going to be the orange spots. If you see one with the orange spot and it has them scratches and it's like elongated oval kind of looking ones, those are the ones that are sweet. Right, and when watermelon looks a different way, that's going to determine what it is. If it's going to be more watery, if it's going to be more bitter, if one's going to be more sugary. But everybody taste buds different. I typically go for more of the sweeter ones. So I look for that orange spot, and I look from like them brown looking scratches that's on it. I don't know what they're called. I'm not no watermelon expert, but I should know those are the ones. Right. So that's it. I just wanted to go on that, and I'll keep. Like I said, I don't know how often I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna keep updated about the McDonald's burger, experiment that I got going on. So that's it, man. So hopefully you found this video edifying. And that's it. I want to give all